Hi, Releasefy here, so I'm going to talk you through how I managed to beat Monster Mania Level 5. It's a tough one because every time you take one of them out individually, they call in a whole bunch of others. But I'm going to talk you through how to negate as much of that as possible. If the video helps you out, drop a like, it's massively appreciated, and leave a comment if you're still struggling. But essentially, the way that I managed to beat it is by using some of the later bros moves that you unlock. If you haven't unlocked these bros moves, I highly recommend you progress the story a little bit more to be able to get these. This one in particular is quite good, it's relatively easy to do, and it does a huge amount of damage to lots of them. In this situation, it isn't enough on its own, but later on I managed to make this and the vortex move work by using a very specific accessory which helped me increase the amount of damage that I do the further into the battle with Monster Mania Level 5 I got. The accessory is called the Escalation Belt, and you get it from Make It on Shipshape Island by progressing the things that she asks you to go and get. She gives you this little shopping list each time, and you get a new accessory to be able to build. If you've gone down the build it route, then I'm assuming there's an equivalent to this. So essentially just progress those side quests and you should eventually get an accessory that will massively help you out in this battle. I've also got the golden POW gloves from Lot of Coins Island, the shop over on the right hand side of Lot of Coin Island. It costs 25,000, but by this stage you should have a good way of making lots of money, whether it's taking on more battles or using the coin applier or doing some fishing. If you're not sure how to get treasure fish, for example, check out the video linked above. So the golden POW gloves, they give you higher POW based on the amount of coins that you got. So if you combine all of those activities, you should be able to use that to massively boost Mario or Luigi's attack moves. In this case, I used it on Mario. However, you could try it on Luigi, especially seeing as the Vortex move is Luigi's. Other things that I didn't have in play, I didn't have the Bros booster, for example. That would have made it even easier to finish this battle off. I could have also played around with accessories to make sure I was getting as much power as possible. I didn't need it, as it turns out, but that's definitely an option. So for example, the crowd control boots could have been used because there's quite a lot of enemies in this particular battle. However, if you're really struggling with any of this and you're just like, I don't want to do that, another option is to use the Seedalize plug. If you haven't got that, you get it from the Whirlpool in All Sand Island, and you have to give certain items to the voice from the Whirlpool. You get the Quick Charge Brooch by doing one of the quests for Make It on Shipshape Island, and then I've already pointed you in the direction of the video previously for the treasure fish. So that should get you the Seedalize plug, and what that does is it turns any of these enemies into a Seedle. So the idea is that you eventually turn them all into Seedles, and you can defeat them all easily that way. But you can see here the multi-hit. You're essentially getting multiple hits on all of the enemies in the Monster Mania Level 5, which means theoretically if you had enough damage within that move, then you'd be able to finish them all off in one go. Obviously, if you get a chance to counter, you want to take off as many of their protective shields as possible. But this is the move that I managed to finish them all off with. It's the Mix Max Vortex. You get it from Chilean and Bernadette just before you go up against the final boss, and it means you can just do loads and loads of damage to a lot of enemies all at the same time. So if you combine that with some of the other things that I've talked about earlier in the video, you should be able to finish them off in one fell swoop. However, it's all about the angle that you go in on the attack, because you only get so much time in the vortex. So what you want to do is try to sweep up all of them with the little hats on, the little protective shields, as quickly as possible, and then keep cycling through them to be able to take them all down in one hit. Obviously, the fact that Mario's damage goes up the longer you're into the battle means that I do more damage sequentially each time, so this time it was slightly higher than last time, and with that I was able to clear them all. And that's how I managed to beat Monster Mania Level 5 in Mario and Luigi Brothership. Like I said earlier, if the video helps you out, drop a like, leave a comment, and don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And you should be able to see the reward that you get for Monster Mania Level 5 towards the end of the video. But that's it, I'll catch you next time.